The idea for Scream Machine really first it came a long time ago. I mean, I started playing the trumpet that way and just loved the sound, and the idea came to my head, like, what would it sound like with like 5 guys doing this? Well, I've always played the trumpet that way, you know, really, with loving playing high and, you know, that real screaming sort of trumpet. I just wanted to do it, and it's been one of those, when I get around to it, must put that band together. About 12 years ago, I did an album called Postcards from Down Under. I did 1 track on that where I did that sound. I loved it. I went, oh, I've got to do more of this. 5 trumpets, funky rhythm section. I went, oh yeah, I've got to do this. And it was only more recently when I did the world's biggest jam, and one of the tracks was Sydney by Night, that track from Postcards from Down Under. It reminded me, jogged my memory, and I said, oh, it's time. This is the time for Scream Machine. I had to think of a name for this album, and my working title to start with was Trumpet Mania. But I didn't have enough attitude, so we decided to ask the fans. We had a contest on the net, you know, send in what you think the album should be called, and some of them were quite amazing. They can never be repeated, of course, but they were quite amazing. And Scream Machine, as soon as I saw that, I thought, oh yeah. That's what the trumpet is. It's a scream machine. I didn't actually start on the trumpet, although people think I did. I started on the piano at the age of 6. I didn't take up the trumpet until I was 7. By the time I got to high school, I was playing the saxophone and the double bass and whatever else I could get my hands on. I was just mucking around on instruments like kids often do. You don't want to try different things, just that I kept doing it. And one day I'll finally work out what I want to play. There was a rumour when I was at school, and I mean, I can probably come clean now and let everyone know that it was actually me that started it, because I used to go, I don't know where that came from, and that was that trumpet players were the most incredible kissers. Some people unkindly say that you wouldn't take up the trombone to pick up girls. They're obviously not trombonists. Mate, this rumour went around, and my love life just went up. My social life got a whole lot better, you know. All of a sudden it was very hip to play trumpet, you know. Yeah, it was me. I started the rumour. We're going to win this race. Especially since we're the only ones in it. I think I like being in control, that's for sure. I like doing things. I don't think of it as control. I think of it as doing things. I mean, I've done quite a bit of motor racing, and I fly. I like boats. You know, boy stuff. I really haven't gotten the gardening thing happening. My wife's really into that, and I take an interest, but you know, it's just not enough machinery involved. I said maybe a ride-on lawnmower or something, I could really get into this, you know, or you know, a motorised rotary hoe, something like that, you know, something you can drive. I've always been into that, and I don't think I'm a control freak, but I do like driving things. You know, I fly, I guess basically because I took it up, apart from just loving it. And it's because I know I'm going to spend a lot of time travelling in my life, so I'm going to spend a lot of time sitting in planes. So do I want to spend that much of my life being a passenger or a pilot? I want to be the guy doing it, not watching someone else. And it's kind of like that with everything. I'm pretty much about everything in life. The things that are great, I really live them and enjoy them and make them last as long as possible. And the bits that are a drag, you just get through them, do them, you know. Must admit, it's pretty hard not to find something funny in situations that are a drag. I always find those reasonably humorous. Being stuck in an airport for 8 hours with a delay is kind of, you know, after a while it gets pretty hilarious. Of course, an interview like this, you know, having to come out on the boat and sail around at sunset and everything, it's one of those ones you just try and get through as quickly as you can. I've been working for about 5 years with a guy named Steve Marshall, who's an electronics genius, designing a new digital trumpet. There's the one that I play on Scream Machine, which is maybe 20 years old now, and a lot's happened since then, and we can do it a whole lot better. The whole technology and electronic side of music is really exciting, and it puts some jazz musicians particularly off because they want things to be acoustic or real or, you know, traditional. But sometimes they miss the point. There's nothing traditional or nothing natural about a trumpet. It's a piece of brass. It's a machine. It's just one that doesn't require batteries, that's all. But it's still a machine. Unless you're singing, you know, you've got some mechanical help to make music. And, you know, it doesn't matter how old an instrument we go to, it's an instrument, mechanical device. And sure, wood sounds great, but you can make incredible sounds with electronics. And I don't see any line between acoustic and electric instruments. This big black line, is it acoustic or is it electronic? They're just instruments. Whether they use silicon chips or wood to make the sound really makes no difference. I think one of the things I love most about Scream Machine is that it's a no-compromise album. You're not sort of going, well, we better have a ballad now, we better have this, we better have that, because, you know, we've got to have a bit of a mixture, or there's no... I mean, there is a ballad on there, that's because I wanted to do one, because I wanted to do Dizzy Gillespie's Con Alma. Some guys really like practicing. You know, I've known some great players that like to practice all this, dig it. I hate it.
Really?
I never ever take an instrument out at home, ever, never have. Oh no. Unless I'm playing here and recording an album, but that's a performance. But no practice. Oh, that's the P word. That goes with the W word, work.
Huh.
Oh, I said that easily, didn't I? I should have gone, woo. I can't say it. Okay, mate, wind like Baggery.
Oh, my winch fell off.
The other way might be faster.
That way?
Oh no, that's slower. It just looked awfully slow what you were doing. No, I just like playing. I like performing. You know. Yeah. Everything else is just, you know, waiting to perform. Unless, of course, you can go sailing. Mate, we'll pop it through here, so it tails it for you.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to hold on to it. Okay, self-tailing winches, mate. Nothing but the best. That's it, now you just wind. So I was 15, and I was really into sailing and doing a lot of racing, and started to do quite well. And I thought, oh, I'm going to do this for a profession. I'm going to be a professional sailor. And then, of course, everyone said to me, my parents, everyone said, what about your music? I said, well, I can always play. And there was just this brief moment, whether it was, I don't remember now, whether it was 2 weeks or a day, there's a brief moment where I was going to be a professional sailor and play for a hobby. And then it just dawned on me, I thought, hang on a sec, I can be a professional musician and sail for a hobby. And I've heard people that play for a hobby, and I've seen people that sail for a hobby, and I know which way this should be round. Keep winding, mate.
Keep going.
Now, just because we're having this friendly banter doesn't mean I'm not the skipper and you're not the crew. You could be made to walk the plank. That's enough. That's enough.